Hey, 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 it's the Pacific Northwest Geek here. Echo Shiro here. Cha, cha, cha. Maybe. Still can't do that, and it's still uncomfortable to do that. That's a professor trick. But anyways, I'm here to do a little bit of another look at another Dino movie. As I'll be looking at the 2007 movie Raptor Planet, directed by Gary Jones, featuring Steve Barrett here, as well as Vanessa Angel, Ted Raimi, and the late Peter Jason, who I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe he passed away earlier this year. Anyways, in the mid-21st century, so space marines and some scientists go to this planet because some kind of alien beacon has caught the attention. After beaming down to the planet, because yes, they beam down. Anyways, after beaming down, they find like a medieval looking village, but there's no one there. However, we see something watching them. It's a velociraptor. I think it's supposed to be the velociraptor, who ends up killing one of the scientists before a group of them end up attacking the scientists and the soldiers, leading to a big shootout. Also, before this happens, they do find this like little under this temple, whatever. They find this little alien center where the beacon came from. Anyways, now the soldiers and the scientists have to fight for their lives as one by one they're being picked off. And we start to see that there's more than meets the eye. And apparently, the commander of the ship, who they end up losing communication with the ship because of a storm, a nuclear storm or whatever. But it turns out that the commander of that ship is not an up and up, and he wants Mace, which is the character played by here, dead, and that there also might be some experimentation going on involving the velociraptors. They do end up coming across one of the aliens, who surprisingly Vanessa Angel's character knows how to speak this alien's language. Well, basically she says, oh hey, they created these dinosaurs, tried to control them for work for us, but ended up killing them all off. And then there's this big thing about how did she know? And she's like, well, we've heard one of the scientists are like, yeah, we've known about this place for a while. We know all about the aliens. We know all this stuff. And Ted Raimi's character is a sleazebag. He is like the evil, like scientist guy who's slimy guy who's not, he's lined up the storm out his ass. And when they start to tell the truth, he gets violently pissed off. Oh. The line of the movie, by the way, is there's a scene where the late Peter Jason's character comes across this room. It's got all these different devices, like big wooden club thing with spikes on it, chains and hooks and torture chairs, and he looks around and goes,
all I need is a girl.
That cracked me up. Like, he sees all that, he's like, I'll need some woman. Oh god. Acting wise, is not the best. Vanessa Angel's, it's Vanessa Angel's acting is what brings it down. There's like when the first person gets killed by one, when she witnesses her fellow scientists get killed from it, she's like, oh no, he got killed. Like she was like phoning in. It was no, like, I'm just gonna go, he got killed. Even later on, she kind of, you see that again, where she's like, I like you. She's phoning in, like, not putting any effort in. The only thing worse than her is the CGI. About a minute into the movie, when you see the spaceship. that's when you go, oh shit, the CGI. This is going to be bad. This is going to be bad. If this is like PS1, maybe PS2 level CGI, it's like, oh no, no, no. And then when you see the Velociraptors, the close-up of them when they do like the practical effects, that's good. That is good. When they do the CGI, it's like, and it doesn't really, the practical effects don't really match the CGI effects. I mean, the look and the appearance, the color and stuff doesn't really match. There's even a scene when they first attack them. There's these two Velociraptors. You keep seeing them shoot at them. You see them over and over again. Towards the end of the movie, they end up in the same area, and they reuse the same CGI, same scene shot of these two Velociraptors being shot at. Now there is another dinosaur there though, because there's one point you see this like T-Rex looking thing. It's got the little spiked horns on it. I forget its name. You see it, and then you don't see it anymore. Maybe you might have seen it when there's a scene where they find the lair. There might have been some larger creatures there, but otherwise you don't see it like that one time. And it's not CGI. It's just you see it's like, I think it's head, and that's it. I think I read somewhere that the alien that you see, they used the same one for another movie a couple years later. If I can remember the name of the movie, I'll just put it here. Which I believe also stars, because Ted was also in Xena and Hercules, and I believe that other movie starred one or two other, maybe more cast members from Xena and Hercules. But no, this movie was, wow. They explained the reason why they're using regular guns and not futuristic guns is like, because these are good guns. They're good. They do good. That's the thing. Is like, these are good. You know, we used a bomber. It was a bomber made in 1950, and we're still using it 60 years later, or 80 years, or 20 years, things that whatever. It's this is one of the movies that I went looking for when I decided to do Dinosaurs. I mean, it's not the best because it does feel like at times like things are just being phoned in. Vanessa Angel, yeah, she did the TV show for Weird Science. Cool movie if you've never seen it. She took over whoever who played Kelly LeBlanc. Didn't she play the woman with superpowers in the movie, and Vanessa Angel takes over for that. I'm sure Vanessa Angel can do better. I probably have seen her do better, but she did not do good in the movie. She did really feel like she was just not putting no effort in, just phoning it in. Anyways, I've got to go. And a couple weeks, just a little less than 3 weeks, this channel turns 5 years old. So I have been working on stuff. I had a script somewhere of some stuff that I was working on, but I got to go working on that stuff, and as well as some other stuff related to this channel and to the 5-year anniversary. But anyways, I am the Pacific Northwest Geek, and forgot, if you've seen this movie, tell me what you think in the comments. Again, I didn't enjoy it, but anyways, I am the Pacific Northwest Geek, and I will see you on the flip side. Toodaloo.